Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are doing the modern barn build. So I got my hands on The Sims 4 cats and dogs, and I do have to say what a freaking amazing expansion pack it is. I mean, it's just what we've been needing in The Sims 4, and I feel like for a little while there was a lack of content in the game, and I think they kind of fixed that with this expansion pack. I think I'm just gonna say it's a really good pack. So you might be wondering, if you haven't watched the video on my channel, I have been absent for quite a while. And the reason for that is I cut myself in my finger, and I had like bandage on and I got glued and all that kind of stuff. So I couldn't actually move my fingers and I was not feeling that well. So that's why I haven't been doing YouTube for the past couple of 1.5 weeks, I think. But I'm back now and I'm feeling great again. And I wanted to do a house that was like very reminiscent of a pets expansion pack, or cats and dogs as it called in this one. So I wanted to do a barn. So as you can see here, we kind of have the big building, which is the general shape of an old looking barn, and then I kind of made this side building kind of like I want you guys to think of this as a barn that has been renovated into a modern home, or modern in air quotes, because that's kind of the way I was treating this build, like a modern home, or converted from an old barn. So we also have a big garden, and there's like room for your dogs to play in, and we have a little cat door, and I tried to make this house as pet friendly as possible, and I just think it turned out to be such a great build in the end, and I'm overall super happy about how this turned out, and I think it's a great build for me to get back into the game with. Yeah, I'm just super happy about how this turned out. So I actually did some lot traits on this lot. So it's cat friendly and dog friendly, which is why you're gonna see there being a lot of cats and dogs in on this lot. Strays and not strays. All types of cats and dogs, because I wanted this to be a really friendly place for cats and dogs to hang out. You can of course turn that off if you don't like it, but I just thought it was a really cool idea, and you're gonna see in some of the screenshots there are like random cats in the house. And before, I was waiting for the plants outside to grow so we could have like this garden outside. There was just like, I'm not even kidding, cats and dogs everywhere, like 3 different dogs and like 5 or 6 different cats on this lot, and it was just crazy. I loved it, and it's definitely something I enjoy playing with. I love the pets in the Sims games, and I just think that they add such a realism to the game that would otherwise not be there. And that's also why I have started a new Let's Play build, or not Let's Play, series, which is called The Vet and the Pets, which follows a veterinarian called Holly Gillard on her quest to build the best veterinarian clinic in town, and just be the best and most successful vet ever. And she can only use the money that she earn from her clinic to build a bigger and better clinic. So it's kind of like the Dumb to Plush series I did with Missy and with Book as well. And I think it's going to be a really fun series. So I'm super excited for that one. So in this house, let's just get into the general things about this house. So we have a big kitchen and a big dining room area. They're kind of connected, and that is the room we're working on right now. We have a master bedroom that is off to the side building. So that would be the building that is kind of tacked onto the original barn build. And we have I wouldn't call it a living room, but we have a space where you can sit down. So I don't have a designated living room in this build. I have more of what was the word? I have more of a few smaller seating areas around the place, but we have no designated living room area. And there's no television in this build. There is a computer, but I chose the computer that is really old looking. So I wanted to kind of try to mix the feel between modern and kind of like this old farm looking style. And I do have to say the items that came with this expansion pack is unbelievable. I'm in love with almost everything, and those corner chairs thing, I mean, come on, what, so good. um Really excited about this pack, as you can hear. But yeah, there's no living room, but we have kind of like a space where you can sit down. So no television. We have an office area which I'm working on right now, so I'm kind of jumping all around. And we have a space for the cats to kind of hang out, you know, like I'm not sure what to call that, like a jungle gym cat thingy. And we have 2 bedrooms upstairs, which I have treated as guest bedrooms. But you can certainly convert them into whatever type of room you need it to be. And there's 2 bathrooms, and I think that's kind of it. The office I mentioned, and outside we have a nice outside patio area, and we have the dog training area as well. What else? What else? Oh yeah. I think that's it. So I really wanted to have a big seating area, like dining room area space here, just because I feel like that is what you would have in a place like this, and I tried to make it look very like nice and homey, like a really good place to be. And still kind of mix in the modern aspects of the build. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm fiddling with something here. It's just for some reason my headset, which is plugged into my microphones, just stopped working now, and I can only hear something in the right ear, which is really weird. That's never happened before. Oh well, I'm just gonna fix that later. But yeah, this is kind of like the front entrance, where we have all of the cat toys and, you know, food and stuff like that. So I wanted to make this a really pet friendly house to be in. Also, if you don't plan on having any pets yourself, but just having like strays come over, like the lot trades already has, that's also a great way to use this build. You know, as a single person living in this big house and just taking care of all of the strays, cats, and dogs that's out there. I think that could be a really fun let's play as well. So one thing you're not gonna see me do in this build is actually do the bathrooms, just because it actually turned out to be such a long build, and much longer than I anticipated it to be, and I didn't want you guys just to sit through that just because I didn't do them. So that's why you're not gonna see that. They are done, but you're not gonna see it in this build. So here we have kind of like, this is the alternative living room. So I have the couch and we're gonna have a coffee table in here, but I decided to make this room into something a bit different, and I thought a painter's room could be a really fun idea. So I just, yeah, that's what I decided to do. Just throw in an easel and you know, all of these painter stuff, things that just kind of belong in here. You know, some paintings on the other side, and yeah, that's just it. I don't know why, but I really enjoy this room. Just it looks cluttered, but it looks organized at the same time, and I really do appreciate that in a room. So here we're working on the master bedroom, and in here I wanted to keep things more modern than in any other place of the house. So that's kind of what we did here, and I was just looking to see if the curtains were going through the roof. They were not, which was a great thing. I just pulled out here some things for the dog to actually train with, and of course we needed some mouse holes, and I actually read that if you put this in, there is a possibility of a mouse coming out of that hole, which I think is freaking hilarious. So I put 2 in, one in the ground floor and one in the first floor. But yeah, again, this master bedroom, it's definitely the most modern room in the build, and that's also just because it is a building that is kind of tacked on to the original barn build, as well as the living room with the easel and stuff. That's also kind of like something that's tacked on to the original build. And yeah, just like the idea that this is it's actually quite a big room, but I just love the idea of having like this big space in here. Really cozy looking, modern looking, but still kind of have that feel of a nice, you know, farm feel, which is what I was going for. So the downstairs is done, and moving upstairs here, so we have a little seating area as well, as just right when you come up to the first floor. And again, up here, I didn't actually do the bedrooms like super good because I wanted them to just be guest bedrooms. I don't feel like this is you know, you can have a large family living here, but in my head, this is just for a single woman or a couple that kind of deals with all of these stray cats and dogs and have like this nice farm to live in, and have guest bedrooms upstairs. So I don't feel like they would actually use the upstairs that much. But of course I furnished it because I know you guys like when I do that, and some of you guys like to have the option to furnish things yourself, which is also quite alright. But yeah, the big master, or the big guest bedroom, and then we have the like a little guest bedroom thing going on here. That roof piece is really annoying to play with. I don't know why it goes through the room like that, but yeah, there's nothing really I could do about it. I tried to fix it, but you know that it's not unplayable, it's just something you have to get used to. And then out here, I ran into a bug that was so freaking annoying, and I actually had to close down the game and start it up again, and that did not help one single bit. So when I took the what is it called? The, not the fencing, but you know, the damn it, you know, the openings for the fences. What is it called? You guys know what I mean. you saw it. But when I took those to kind of try to create a little gate, that was the word, a gate. For some reason, if I dragged it along one of the fences, and also the bush, because that kind of acts like a fence, it just disappeared, and it was like it was there, but it wasn't there. You couldn't see it, but the game had it like it was there, and it was just so weird. I've never actually seen that glitch before, and here you could just see I exited out of the game, tried to reset it, and it did not work. So I decided to put in some other bushes just to kind of try to finish the thought that I had that I wanted it to be. And we're gonna run into that glitch in a little bit again, where we kind of plant our garden, vegetable garden. But here I'm just working on the flower beds that's gonna go all around the house, just to kind of make it look a bit more nice. And I don't know, yeah, see, here we go again with that freaking fence, and then it just disappeared. And then I tried to move over it, and it just was not possible. So I just had to make it work, which is really annoying. I really hope they fix that soon, because it's just an annoying glitch that you can't really do anything about. But again, back to the flower beds here. So that plant I just placed, like that really big, I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a flat cactus type of plant. I'm in love with it, and the color swatches for it, the swatches as well as the appearance of the plant is just freaking amazing. I wanted to put it everywhere, and I just think it fits so well with the overall scenery that is in this expansion pack, you know, the town and everything, and it's just so freaking good. Then we have like this big tractor like wheel thing, which is actually something I see quite a lot here in Europe. You know, these big wheels stuffed with plants and stuff. Putting in some lights around the outside, just kind of make it look real nice at night. And we're not all the way finished, but we are getting there. So I wanted to have like this dog course, dog track, whatever you want to call it, for your dog to play around with, or the stray dogs or whatever, because you can befriend the stray pets and have them live with you. At least that's what I have read. So here we have the vegetable garden, and this is kind of closed in. I wanted it to be a separate thing, and if you don't want to deal with it, you can just hire a gardener or make it into something else. But yeah, you're not going to see it here, but you're going to see it in the screenshots in the end. I actually bought a bunch of different types of vegetables and fruits and stuff, and planted them, had them grow for a little while. So we kind of have like this very nice looking garden for you to just do with as you please. And just some last minute flower beds here. And the reason that I decided to put in some of these is just because again we had like this hole in the fence because of this annoying glitch, and I tried to kind of fix that. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. Oh yeah, one last flower bed in the back just to kind of complete the look. I thought it looked a bit bare in the back here. So yeah, some flower beds really do help out with the scenery, and a little tree. And then we're gonna jump into the screenshots in a little second, but just placing the lot traits as we've been talking about the whole build. But here we have the inside. So this is right when you walk into the house, seen from the other angle. And the dining room, nice big dining room. I just love the feel of this house and how everything turned out. And you can kind of see my sim in the background. There's a cat sleeping on the floor, and she's kind of giving a treat to another cat. And these cats just walked into the house, and I just thought that was such a cool lot trait to have. Master bedroom, the more modern aspect of the build is definitely the master bedroom. Here we have the office, little office area with the... It's kind of nice and cozy in here. I really love how it turned out. The outhouse, not outhouse, living room was the word I was looking for. And again, just another angle so you can kind of see where we go upstairs and have this nice seating area. Before we walk into the guest bedroom, the big one, and then we have the little guest bedroom as well. Didn't do much in these guest bedrooms, to be honest, and some screenshots from the upside so we can see the whole lot and see every single floor on the build. So here we have the ground floor. And yeah, just the last screenshots of the build. Here you can see the garden. I had everything grow a bit, not much, but a bit, so you kind of have something to grow off of. Start growing on was what I was going to say. The back of the house, front of the house, and as we jump into the last screenshot here, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave it a big like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Be sure to check out my other channel, A Game, where we play Planet Coaster and all other kinds of simulation games. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time for another video.